Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to this spirit message. And actually, a lot of it is from me, myself personally, that I want to share and leave here on my channel for anyone who wants to find this out. It's how to speak with your spirit guides, how to get spirit messages for yourself. And I wanted to leave this message. A lot of people already know this, but if it's for those that don't, it's pretty much a listen up message. That's what spirit is coming through saying, listen up. This is a listen up message on how to speak with spirit guides and get spirit messages for yourself. And I want to reveal how I do it personally and also what the biggest misconceptions are, and really to show how natural it is and how everybody does. So the biggest misconception, it actually isn't really quote unquote speaking with spirit guides or speaking with spirit. It's more about being open to receive and listening. And that's why they're calling it a listen up, because there's communication, but you don't have to speak at all. And that's the biggest misconception when I see people trying to describe this, talking about literally speaking with spirit guides, because there is really, you don't have to speak. It's more about being open to receive and listening, listen up. There's communication, but you don't have to speak at all. So I want to share here how I hear and get these spirit messages the best way I can so that others can know just how easy it can be, how it's not scary at all, how it's completely natural. It can happen all the time, and it can be like your best friend you will ever have. I want to share so that everything you may have ever heard that may block you drops away and you can just enjoy this connection. It always is of love. It's so wise, and you learn so much. You feel never alone, guided, loved, protected. It's just beautiful, for lack of words, because your words really give it justice. But first, the major point. Okay, when asked how do I speak to spirit guides, I will always answer it's not so much speaking to them, but more just listening to them. Many think that you hear voices literally. Never have I. Many think it's scary or something to fear. It never is. Many think it must feel strange. It feels absolutely normal. Many think, how do you hear them? How do you know it's them and not you? And I say, because I don't speak that way, even know that, and not as loving and wise. And so, what does it feel like? So I'll tell you, it feels like something or someone is trying to communicate in the back of my mind, not where I think, almost to the backside of my head. And then I listen. I stop what I'm doing and zone in and listen. And then I will hear and get words. Often I will grab my iPad or my iPhone and I start writing what I get very quickly. It's almost like dictation. It's almost like dictation, but yet you don't hear words. It's more like telepathy, I believe. Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes I get lyrics. Sometimes I get words. It's not me thinking it, though. It's more just receiving it. So it's not me really talking at all, though afterwards I always say thank you. Sometimes you can reach out and talk to them, I guess, but I don't get it that way. It's more like they come to me, then I listen, I say thanks, and sometimes I feel they answer my next thought, though, but it's never actually speaking. So I think the biggest misconception is that people think something is like taking over you, and that is never the case. I'm fully me all the time. It's just like I picked up the phone to answer the call when I feel energy trying to communicate, and that's it. I write it down and I treasure it. And now with this channel, I share some of them now too. I wanted to just take a moment to share how it works for me, because I know there's a lot out there that makes this all sound really strange or scary or some kind of dramatic experience. And I see others making it so much more dramatic than it really is, which I think doesn't help people find this for themselves, because fear and just not knowing enough about it can block it. So what I think, it's just beautiful. It's a sort of telepathy, I believe. If you listen, you will feel the most beautiful energy and only get words of the most beautiful love. So wise beyond words, giving you a different perspective, a solution, comfort, peace, guidance. The list goes on because it gives you so much. Afterwards, all you can say is thank you. And so that's how it's been my whole life personally. It is fleeting though. It comes in and goes, and when it's gone, you wish it could stay forever. I mean, that's how I feel. And I'm putting this all in this video because I really do hope that it helps others when it's happening to just listen. That's all you really have to do, really. And then in comes all the love. And that's all it really is. So who doesn't want that? And now they did just pop in to say that I must add here why you don't have to actually speak with your spirit guides and just listen is because they already know. So you will find your spirit guides are not only loving and wise, but very funny too. I think the energy is a mixture of spirit guides and loved ones passed on, because that's what it often feels like to me. So on a side note, especially if you're hearing this or seeing this and you're thinking, oh, this is not me, I can't get it, or I don't do it and stuff like that. Yes, you do. You do too. Because everyone gets messages. They just don't give them credit and they take the credit for themselves. They think they just got a stroke of brilliancy or something. Where do you think all these works of art, this is what they were saying, like, where do you think all the works of art, songs, science, breakthroughs, discoveries come from often? You may get a new idea or solve a problem or have an artistic inspiration or answer that you yourself didn't actually think. Next time, think about it. Did you really think it or just receive it? It's simple as that, really, sometimes. But you will know for sure it's them because it's always brilliant. And they want to add here, though everyone gets them, it's still up to the person, meaning you, to listen and to receive it. And the more you listen and receive, the more you will want to listen and receive. And this is how you become a wonderful, clear channel to receive messages from spirit and actually hear them. You listen, receive, and you give them credit with a thank you. And just on another side note, it feels deeply personal and a private conversation too. You don't have to make it a party line where you tell the world what you got. That's your choice. It can remain between you and them. Messages will be tailored to you. They know all you think and what you're doing, so they only add what's valid and on point. That's why I'm doing this video. Do you have to talk to them? Why waste time? They already know and just provide answers, directions, solutions, comfort, etc. It's like wasting your dimes on a call to prolong it getting to the point. It feels like that. They know. They jump in with knowledge and help. Because of so many of the misconceptions about this, I wanted to do this video. There are no words to describe how valuable this connection is. I wanted to share all that with you as you have all of this as well. Some know, some don't. I know that this is for those that are open to receive it more. Just be there to receive and listen for it. Like they said, listen up. And there's much love to you and for you. And that was the message. So I see a lot of things about how to speak with your spirit guides, and they're making it sound like you have to talk to them. And it's not really talking. You're not really talking. They're not really talking to you. I really feel it's like a telepathy. I feel that you'll feel that you're receiving something in a different part of your thinking brain, and that's what you're getting. And so you're really just tuning in and listening. So when you hear things about speaking and voice, it's really just listening, tuning in to listen. And the more that you do that, the more clear the communication gets. So there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to be scared of. I'm me, You'll also find the way that they speak to me will be different than how they speak to you because it's tailored to you. And they know everything. You don't have to speak anything. You don't have to say, oh my God, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. But they know. They're piping in to give you some knowledge, a solution, to be helpful in the moment. That's why I'm doing this video, because we all have access to that. And the more you use it, tune in, receive, and listen, the more clearer that channel becomes. So the cards they lend me to is surrender to spirit. And choose surrender to spirit. Surrender the stress, which could be blocking you. Surrender the fear, which could be blocking you. You trust it. You stay open to the miracles. To surrender to receiving that support and love. And that's really the whole journey to that. So I wanted to share this on my channel, whether you know this or not, or feel this or not, or let this hopefully open you up, because there's so much of that available to you. And I just wanted to make it like a little less scary or intimidated or less dramatic than a lot of people make it to be. It really isn't that dramatic. And it's just such a beautiful connection that you're going to want to tap into yourself. And so again, they're saying, how do you do this? Less than about speaking with spirit guides or that kind of thing. Listen up, listen up, listen up. There's communication. You don't have to speak at all. Just be open to receive and listen up. I love this message. All the best to you. Much love is there for you to tap into and receive. Take care. Bye bye.